If you want to know how you can make a can't say game on Roblox where you get kicked for saying your forbidden word when you play the game, you're going to have to watch this video all the way to the end to find out exactly how to make this. Hey guys, and welcome back to this brand new tutorial on my YouTube channel, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how you can make a can't say game. What I mean with that, for example, on TikTok you see these trends where they make some kind of Roblox video and they give themselves a word which they can't say, and if they do say it, the video ends, and basically that. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be creating that in Roblox. So if you would join a game, you're going to get a random rolled word, and if you say that word, you're going to get kicked from the game. And after that, you can just rejoin and get a new word. But still, it's just a really cool thing. And this is inspired by the video of limited words I did. So in limited words, you had a limited word amount. But now we're going to make it so you cannot say a certain word. So if you do, in fact, enjoy the tutorial, if you do like it, make sure to give it a like if you like it. If you don't like it, drop a dislike on the video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell. We are almost at 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. And if you want to become a member, make sure to press the blue join button down below, and make sure to turn on the notification bell once you subscribed to never miss out on anything I upload. So without further ado, let's get right into the tutorial. So first of all, before we start, you need to make sure you have the model from the link in the description. There's going to be a model. Just get it and then return back to the video and return back to Roblox Studio. So now that you got your model, yeah. We are going to go to View. As you can see, you can click on View, and then you can go to Toolbox, and you will see this, and you want to go to, oh, it's kind of glitched. You want to go to this Inventory, so just click on that. You're going to see all of your models, and just click the Can't Say Game Newbie. So just click on that, and then two scripts, just ignore it, and then let's start coding. So first of all, you'll see this little folder, Can't Say Game Newbie, and you'll see four things. So you want to open replicated storage, and you want to drag replicated storage in replicated storage. You will see server script service, and just drag it in server script service. Then you'll see server storage, well, same story, drag it in, and start your GUI, drag it in. Now delete the folders, you don't need them anymore. And let's get right to coding. We should not waste any more time. We should just get back. We should just go immediately to coding. Okay, so before we start, I'm going to change the name of the remote event to handler. So like this, handler. So make sure you change it to handler, okay? Now go to the server script, and then local players, as it is the game, colon get service, players. Local replicated storage, as it is the game, colon get service, replicated storage. And now lastly, local server storage, server storage is equals to game, colon get service, server storage. Okay. Now we're going to make a table containing some words that you can imagine. You can do whatever you want. You can make those words, do whatever you want. And this list, this table is going to contain the words that you cannot say. So local common words table, I'm just going to name it like that. And it's going to be a curly bracket, so it's equals to a table. And I'm going to just write down some random words. Let's see, YouTube. Well, I already got hello. Bruh. And And how about a lol. And a yes. And lastly, a no. Like this. So now, oh, whoops. Now that you've got some words, you've got some common words right over here. And now we should try to get to make sure it's getting randomized. So local function, a role word, okay, a role word of a player, because we need a player to change like the name tag of it. So now we got a function which we can code. So local word, so there's like a word that's gonna get randomized. Let me just zoom in. Local word is equals to common words table, and then square brackets like this, and then math.random. And we're just going to simply roll 1 out of the table, which is, so we're going to choose 1 out of this, and we're going to define common words table in front of it to get an actual word from it. Because if you don't do this, you're going to get a random number. We don't need a number, we need a word. Okay. So now after we've got a random word, we can now finally attach that. So player.character.head.nametag.text is equals to, and then can say colon, and let's do wait, let me see that. Okay, can say. So this is what we cannot say, and we cannot say word. So this is what we cannot say. Okay. And then all we have to do now is replicated storage.handler fire client. We're gonna fire it to the player. We're gonna do a roll word as an argument, and we're gonna send the actual word that has been rolled to you. Okay. So now, local function player added player, and now we need leader stats to like put it on your little character. So local leader stats. It's equals to instance.new a folder, and we're gonna put that folder into your player. So leader stats.parent is equals to player, and then leader stats.name is leader stats because it's leader stats. Okay. Yes. So now we need a we need to put like your word at the top right in the leaderboard. So to do that, local can say is equals to instance.new. And we're going to insert a string value, because a string value is something we can edit. Can say.name is equals to can say. And then lastly, can say.parent is equals to, we're going to put that in your leader stats, because yes. So, local character is equals to player.character or player.character added, wait. And why do we do character added? Just in case it hasn't loaded, we're going to make sure it loads. Now, a little pcal, so local s, e is equals to pcal function. Just to prevent it from erroring, local name tag is equals to server storage that name tag clone. Name tag dot parent is equals to character.head, and then name tag the text label, because there's a text label in the name tag to say what you can or cannot say. So now you want to copy this again, can't say word is equals to that, but change this to player.leaderstats that can say that value, like this. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna insert that into your character, but we need to roll a word. We haven't rolled a word yet, so all we have to do is roll word player. Now, if not S, then warn E. So if something errors in that pcal, and if something errors over here, it's gonna like warn it. Now we're gonna actually detect what word you were saying. So player.chatted connect function of a message. And now we're going to split that into a table. So local chat is equals to string.split. And we're going to split your message into speech marks. But make sure you add in a space in between, as you can see, separator, in between the speech marks. Now, if table.find chat, player.leaderstats.can'tsay.value. So if the word you cannot say is in your value, then we're going to kick you for it. So to do that, we're going to add in a then. So if it's in the thingy, then player kick, kicked for saying your forbidden or prohibited forbidden word, like that. Basically this, it's pretty easy, and yeah. So now we're going to actually make a loop so that your value on the name tag is always the same as your leader stats. Just in case something breaks or something, we want to make we want to be 100% sure that it will always be on that. So to do that, coroutine.resume, coroutine.create, and then a function out of that. And it's a little bit tricky in these things. You should have this. So open bracket, open bracket, open bracket, close, and then close, close, like that. While true, and then task.wait, like this, task.wait, and then player.character.head.nametag.text label.text is equals to, and then the exact same as this again. So let's just copy and paste that, and boom, just like that, and that is your loop. So now at the bottom, we're just gonna create a little value. So we're just gonna do for underscore comma player, and I pairs players, colon get players do, and then next up. So what we can do right now is we need to add it to the player. So as you can see, this is called player added. So to do that, when the player joins or whenever this loop is getting run, we can just do player added and then player in between that. So what this does, as you can see, this will load up in the player by just these 3 lines. But when the player joins, we also want to make sure it also happens for them. So player added function, and we need to do player added just like this. So it's a really simple script, and we're not done yet. Not yet. We have one more script to go, and that is the one in Game UI. But what you can do, if you would join your game right now, you will notice that a portion of the thing will work, except for this, because I'm not loaded in correctly. We actually have an error. That is something new. Line 26. Oh, yep, because what I did wrong, I actually did it as speech marks, but it's just supposed to be player, so make sure it's dot parent is equals to player without the speech mark. So this actually good. I tested this out. So let's test this out right now. Of course, it won't work. Well, kind of, but also not. As you can see, I can't say nothing for some reason. And why is that? I absolutely don't have an idea. I think it's because we're never setting. Are we setting it? Because we are never setting it to your value. So over here, player dot leader stats dot can't say that value is equals to word, basically this. So make sure you add that in. So now let's play again. This is actually really good that we're testing this out. Of course, this won't work 100%. As you can see, we cannot say the word bruh. So if we do hello or any other word, lol, as you can see, we are not getting kicked. But if we would do, this is just a bruh moment. As you can see, it's in the sentence. Oops. And if we press enter, as you can see, we are kicked for saying the forbidden word. So it's actually working, and that is completely great. We're almost done. We just need to do one more script, which contains the little rolling. So if you join the game, it's gonna like roll some words, sorry, and then you can click OK. So like, hey, I understand I cannot say that word, and if you do say the word, you're just gonna get kicked, and you can rejoin to get a new word. So local replicated storage is equals to game colon get service replicated storage, and then what we're gonna do, local players. 6 game colon get service players. And why do we do this? We just need to know the player, and I think this is completely unnecessary, but still. What we can do now is local frame is equals to script.parent.frame, and what we can do now is local starter GUI is equals to game colon get service starter GUI. So before we start, we need to go back to our server script, and what we're gonna do in that server script, we are gonna copy this table. And after we got the table, we are just going to paste that table in here. So make sure that to note that if you edit something in this table, so just note if you change anything in this table, make sure you copy and paste this also to the client script, just to make sure you have all of your words. You can also leave them like this, but if you would add new words, it wouldn't show them on the roll on the client if you would do that. So we're going to immediately start coding again. So first of all, we need to disable resetting because we do not want the player to die. Because if you die, some weird things can happen, and we really don't want that. So start your GUI, colon set core, and then in speech marks, reset button callback. And we're going to set that reset button callback, and we're going to set it to false because we want to disable the player. We want to disable the player from being able to reset. So now replicated storage dot handler. Sorry, because it's a remote event, but we named it handler. So replicated storage.handler on client event colon connect function of an argument and an additional. I think I spelled that correctly. Yes. So let's press enter and let's code immediately more. So after you got the argument and the additional, what we're going to do is we're going to check if there's no argument. So if not argument, then return end. And the reason we're doing that, we want to have an argument before we do something. So now if argument is equals to roll word, which is actually the same if you go to your server script, Over here, you would see roll word, and that's exactly what we're doing over here. So if argument is equals to roll word, then the frame is going to be visible because you just joined and you are going to get a new word. So for I equals 1, comma, hashtag, common words table, comma, one do. So this will roll, like, I don't know what this does. I also don't know what this was. I'm really sorry. But it's going to roll any of these. And then what we can do is local rolled word. Rolled word, I think. A little bit complicated. Roll word. Okay, well, anyways. Let's just call it roll word. Is equals to common words table and then math.random. One out of the common words table. So make sure you add in that hashtag over there. And what we can do now is frame that indicator.text is equals to roll word. And then we're going to do this every 0.25 seconds, just to make sure it's a little bit organized and you can still see some words of it. So now, frame that indicator.text is equals to additional, because we're going to send the actual word after the things have been rolled. And then once the word that is going to be actual displayed, when that is done, so like if this is done, we're going to actually set it to the new word. The actual word. So frame that indicator that size is equals to udim2.new, and we're going to set it to 0,250 by 0,150. And what this does, make it a little bit bigger just for the person to know, like, okay, hey, this is my actual word. So frame that indicator dot rich text is equals to true. So what this does is it makes it a little bit more shiny and a little bit more clear. And now we're going to wait 1 second so they can actually kind of read the text. And after that second, we're going to enable a text button. So frame that text button that visible is equals to true. And what this does, is it's gonna enable a button with like OK on it. And when you press that button, it's gonna like fade the frame away. So frame that text button, that mouse button, one click, connect function, use like that. And then we're going to make a repeat because everything needs to go away once that button has been pressed. So this is a little bit harsh and a little bit, it's a long line, but frame that background transparency plus equals 0.01, and just copy this by now. Frame the title, the text transparency, so make sure it's text transparency plus equals 0.01. Frame that footer, that text transparency is the same. Frame that indicator dot text transparency also plus equals 0.01. Frame that text button dot text transparency also the same. So a lot of text transparencies, but now we're gonna get a background transparency. So frame dot text button that background transparency plus equals 0.01. We're gonna do this every 0.01. You could have guessed, and we're gonna do this until. And make sure you just copy the lines. So until this is the same or higher as 1, and this is the same. Oh my. This is also the same or higher as 1. Then the next one, and that is higher or the same as 1. And then the next one, and this is higher than 1, and 2 more to go. So let's do this. So we're gonna get this one. Oh. And this is higher than 1, like this. And then lastly, this one. And we're going to do this until this one is lastly also higher or the same as 1. So you should have this enormous line. Just paste all of them and add in the same or higher as 1. So now, what we can finally do is frame, destroy. So let's test this out. This is your actual game done. And it's pretty cool. So let me just publish this real quick. As you can see. Okay, so let's click play. 3, 2, 1, and play. So now we're going to play the game. We're going to check it out if it's good or not. As you can see, O is rolling, and I cannot say the word bruh. As you can see. And now, you can say the word bruh. Watch out. Okay, okay. And everything fades away. As you can see, we're now playing the game. And if we say bruh, we're going to get kicked immediately, instantly, whatever it is. So now let's try this out again. So let's click play again. And I hope I get a new word. And my word is, you cannot say the word no. I cannot say the word no. So let's click OK. Let's play our game. Hello, I am newbie. Because no. And as you saw, as soon as I typed no and pressed enter, the game knows I actually said the forbidden word, and it immediately kicked me for it. So this is the tutorial, and if you do in fact like it, if you did like it, make sure to give it a like if you like it. If you didn't like it, drop a dislike. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on that notification bell to never miss out on anything I upload. And make sure to become a member by pressing the blue join button down below. And thank you for almost 10,000 subscribers. And all I can say is that my name is Newbie, and I say peace out.